That was what happened during the Nigerian Biafra war. You can see before that war actually take off, we are seeing on every point the Nigerian leaders, as at that time, we are busy issuing press statements. Yakubu Gowon, why are you not issuing press statement? You are still alive over the killing that is taking place on daily basis in Plateau, in the Middlebelt. You are silent. Why are you silent? Why is Danjuma silent? Why are these people silent this moment? That's the question we are asking. You were silent. And someone who stands as a form of resistance, your conquest agenda has been brought to the public. It has been made manifest. It is showing on every nook and cranny. The Western world must understand this. We have had enough of these threats. Look at what is happening in Imo State. Look at what is happening in the entire Eastern region. On every day as a result of insecurity, the Igbo nation is losing 50 billion every day. No thanks to Muhammad Buhari and no thanks to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And very clearly, he has shown that he does not have any reservation over what is happening. And he is bent on manipulative tendencies over the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was the voice that consistently put it to the whole world what the Biafra stands for. You can see that interview. He granted the Israeli government, the Israeli national TV. Where are we now? How did we get ourselves to this point? That they has now finally thrown it open, referring to Biafrans to come out and now defend themselves with taekwondo, with kung fu, with karate, any skill that you can learn to defend yourself. That statement is not coming from the people of the Yoruba nation or the Northerners. He is making reference to tell you that you cannot do anything at this moment again because they have successfully infiltrated the entire Biafran land. Biafrans are dying on daily basis. They are being killed on daily basis. The governors are not talking. The massacre that took place ongoing. Where is the activities, the security of what we know as the Eastern nation? Everything has gone underground. Christopher Musa, the Chief of Defense Staff, you are making mockery of what you know. You are making mockery of what you plan. You are making mockery of the same thing you said the government are doing. Who is sponsoring jihadists in Biafra land? Is it Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or is it Simon Ekpa? When Bola Ahmed Tinubu went after Simon Ekpa in Finland, connived with the Finland authorities, committed all sorts of crime, would you, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, now say that the arrests and persecution and oppression and suppression of Simon Ekpa is justified now in Finland? Or is it Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as the president of Nigeria, going to order for immediate arrest or dismissal or suspension of Christopher Musa for daring Nigerians at this point in time to go and learn skills or face AK-47 with an ordinary hand. That statement, the Biafrans all over the world must take note. He is not talking about Nigeria. He is trying to make sure he stops the Biafran movement. And by so doing, he will now use that opportunity to deploy more repentant Boko Haram, just like what Buhari did. Buhari is responsible for the insecurity that is going on in the eastern part of the country. Let me give you an instance. The Kenyan government and the Nigerian government committed criminality, and they want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to stand on that criminal 10-day cease. There's no court that can justify you. First of all, go and look at the issue of committing criminality first. That is an act of kidnapping. A government that went and kidnapped somebody, after kidnapping that person, you are now saying that the person should stand trial. Well, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not die in DSS custody. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not die in prison. Simon Ekpa will not die in prison. The world will intervene. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is preparing to be the last president of Nigeria. Likely, he might throw in the towel. We might decide that he's not going to contest the 2027 election again. And I have my reasons why he is not going to do that. The pressure that is coming, Nigeria might not be able to stand it anymore. It's going to come from within and outside, and it's going to pronounce the identity of a sovereign nation called Biafra. Somewhere along the line, he will be disarmed by the people that brought him. And there will be resistance from that circle of the Tinubus, of the Jagabans. They want to resist that internal uprising against his ambition 2027, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to refuse that. And as a result of that, he will decide otherwise. The Northerners are already saying that he is running an Oduduwa Republic. Yes! It is in line with Islamic agenda. It is in line with Islamic tendencies. It is in line with jihadist conquest. Forget what is happening. Forget the pretension. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is preparing for any eventuality. But the real fact still remains. What is happening in the eastern part of the country is a sign that Nigeria has come to an end. The authorities of Nigeria have surrendered to jihadist tendencies. And the only hope they are looking at, the only thing they are looking at is to use that as a yardstick to launch a proper underground economic and military attack on civilians of the Biafran extraction. Jonathan should jettison what he has to do with 2027. Jonathan should look inwards. The Niger Delta leaders have rejected Nigeria. Jonathan is not going to contest that election. Jonathan is already, and other leaders is already preparing for what is to come. When the leaders are sounding, go and defend yourself, they are not being put to prison. That statement was the same thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa was talking about. Today, Nigerian government themselves have come to align with the reality. Shame on gowon, Yakubu Gowon. I'm saying it. It shouldn't be silent for the calamity you brought upon Nigerians. The Hausas that has already been conquered. You can see what is happening among the traditional and cultural strength of the Yoruba race. a clash of identity, a clash of superiority. These are the things that was planted by the Fulani agenda. You can think otherwise, but you cannot take away the reality. All eyes is on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He prayed that Bola Ahmed Tinubu should understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent and cannot be tried in any court of competent jurisdiction because he never committed a crime. You cannot be a criminal and be trying criminal acts as alleged. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case has gone to the Supreme Court, and a reference was made over the judgment of the appeal court. They ordered retrial under a southern president. We saw what is happening in Lagos. The Igbo streets in Lagos are being renamed by a southerners, the same Yoruba renaming. But still, Igbos have contributed 53% of investments in Lagos State. Go and look at the Lagos State Gazette. The essence of this is in preparation of what is going to come. It is no longer going to be funny. Anybody that think it is funny, it's not funny for an ordinary Igbo man. If I be talking about Igbo man is just an umbrella name that houses over 40 major ethnic nationalities in Biafra land. The championing of the real deal is disintegration. At the next court trial, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released. At the next court trial, Simon Ekpa will be released. The world must hear this. The AU, the several organizations in this world must understand this, that the infrared Igbo man is being pushed to the wall politically and otherwise. We are being killed on daily basis. Our farms has been invaded by armed men. And the man, Christopher Musa, is saying we should go and learn Taekwondo. It tells you that Nigeria has come to an end. 2027 is a charade. Who is going to stand for the reality on ground? Is the so-called Niger Delta. Are they going to stand to defend a Yoruba man and a Hausa man, a Fulani man that has come with AK-47? Chino Achebe said, they put knife in the things that hold us together. The coalition that's going to come is not going to be a political coalition. It's going to be a coalition that would resurrect and give Biafra sovereignty. It's not going to come from Nigeria. It's not going to come from, the north or the west. Where it's going to come from is going to surprise millions of people around the world. Coalition of powerful forces will determine what will happen. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be free from DSS custody. Simon Ekpa will be free from whatever crime in Finland. The word is beaten. And I want to say this very clearly. Yeah. It is not of whom that runneth, or whom that willeth. This APC present administration, as a terrorist organization, have continued to develop an arms wing of the military APC. And they are currently focusing. Do you know the plan? Do you know why we don't want a Fulani president again? Why? Do you know that we don't want Atiku again? We don't want these Fulanis as president after 8 years of Buhari. When they sack your community, they will plant Ruga. And that's what they want to establish in the Imo State. They are sacking communities now. They are taking over. When they sack communities, gracefully, people will run away. They are gradually under government protection. They will begin to establish Buddha thoughts. They begin to live in that place gradually. And before you know it, it has become their territory. That is why they are busy causing insecurity. There will be no election until the reality on ground is being defined. The coalition for the restoration of Biafra has just begun.
Now you can see that on your screen right there. Sheikh Ahmad Gumi has raised the possibility of Mossad. If you know Mossad very, very well, Mossad, that is the security of Israel. Sheikh Ahmad Gumi have said Mossad is operating in Nigeria. Now, check your screen. You are watching this now. You can see it there on your screen. Sheikh Ahmad Gumi have said there are possibilities of Mossad working in Nigeria. That there are Mossad now in this country. But that information, if you are watching a Nigerian person, even if you are watching it from the US, from the UK, anywhere, that information, how does that come to you? That Mossad is here. And don't forget, you know how the Israeli intelligence they can be. They promise to help Nigeria to defeat Boko Haram and ISIS. The Mossad in Israel, you know their capacity, you know their capabilities in Israel. Now, if they are in Nigeria, that question should be, no, let's ask ourselves this question. If Mossad is in Nigeria today, is that a good news or a bad news? Mossad is Israeli security. As Sheikh Gumi said, Mossad is now in Nigeria. The question is, Mossad in Nigeria, is that a good news or a bad news? Because over the weekend, Nigeria arrested 2 terrorist sponsors. Nigeria arrested 2 terrorist kingpins over the weekend, and I gave you the news. Sheikh Gumi is crying out that there are Mossad in Nigeria now. Mossad, like I said, it's right there on your screen. Israel have said, let us help Nigeria. And I've always maintained, you cannot compare Buhari with Tinubu. They are not the same. You cannot compare Buhari with Tinubu. They are 2 different sides. Buhari is a fundamental, or was a fundamentalist. Buhari does not believe anything else that is against his tribe or religion. Muhammadu Buhari. Tinubu is different. When it comes to security, they are not the same. Sheikh Gumi crying that Mossad is in Nigeria. This should cause an alarm. But then, to me, it's very good. We want Nigeria to defeat Boko Haram, ISIS, and the bandits. Boko Haram must be defeated. The bandits must be defeated. These are my opinion here. But we can't say we want to move forward in the country and you are allowing all these vices. Because now I'm giving you information here. The bandits, the Boko Haram, they are not above the law. Bandits and Boko Haram are not above the law. Mossad is in Nigeria. According to Sheikh Gumi, let them, now I don't know, now Nigerian government is here to speak about that. Well, allow them speak. Let them talk. Let us know, let them give us the clear information. But then, this is a good news. Yes. If Mossad are in this country and they are working, maybe they are working for the government, this is a good, because for the fact that 2 terrorists were captured over the weekend, it's a good news. So the question is, why is people like Sheikh Gumi afraid of Israeli security? I gave you that report how the MUIC too said they don't want Israeli security in Nigeria. If Buhari had used that power that he used to postcap IBOB as terrorists, to bring Nnamdi Kanu back, to find a way to chase Sunday Igboho, he used that power to bring down bandits and Boko Haram, things would have get better today. Now I'm giving you information here. The North or the Fulani are not above other Nigerians. An average Yoruba man will be very happy that Mossad is, if truly they are here. An average, even Hausas, even from the Middlebelt, in Southern Kaduna, look at what happened to them. Almost every time before this government, there are been reports of death of destructions in Southern Kaduna. And don't forget, Southern Kaduna is a Christian majority area in Kaduna. Donald Trump told Muhammadu Buhari, "Why are you killing Christians?" Donald Trump told Muhammadu Buhari while he was the president, say, "Why are you killing Christians?" And Muhammadu Buhari refused to act on names that was given to him. I said in September 2021, UAE gave Buhari 6 names of the sponsors of Boko Haram that are Nigerians, and they gave him 47 other